I guess I'm gonna go on and get back started. Uh, just to let y'all know that that motherfucker was right about my phone when cause I hadn't paid the goddamn bill. I just had to went and paid it. I mean, not went, but I just paid the motherfucker. I'll be forgetting shit. So I'm gonna just start here and you guys gonna get to watch me build Sidewalk University into something that's gonna be admired. That's just all it is to it. Some of you motherfuckers, like I say, be hating on the nigga. And this dude that was talking about whatever the fuck video he seen, I wish he come back on here and put whatever he was talking about out, cause I mean I ain't scared of that shit, cause they be lying. Now, this is mind-boggling to me. You heard the dude talking about talking all this pimp shit. Man, I haven't talked pimp shit in some years. I've been talking straight Sidewalk University shit. And for him to say that, he got to be some person from, I don't know. But my point is, motherfuckers going to be hating. They just going to be hating, man. But they be all screaming that I want views on that damn YouTube. And I'm on StreamYard right now. But I definitely clicks YouTube and YouTube pick up the video too, so he ain't lying. I do have shit on YouTube. But my point, it just would seem to me, if you don't like the fact that I'm getting views, seem like he would fucking not watch the goddamn shit. I have motherfuckers on whatever video, this video, that video, motherfucker on there 4 or 5 times, talking about, man, this ain't shit. Well, man, goddamn, you complaining about me getting views, but you watching the same video 7, 8 times. That don't make no sense. So then, you gonna tell me I'm old? Okay, I'm old. Pimp's talking points are magnetic and magical, so people tend to gravitate towards them. Daddy D, yeah, what's up with that? Man, I ain't kicking no pimping though, man. This is about Sidewalk University. Everything I do is about Sidewalk University. I ain't been a pimp in over 20 years. So I ain't charging bitches. I'm not doing none of that. You guys are doing that. And I'm just saying, I got bigger fish to fry than to be, chasing YouTube views as far as what I was talking about. I'm not tripping on YouTube views. You gotta sit back, make sure you keep hating on me, and watch me work. Now, wait, let me make sure my phone is on. Hold on, cause ain't no motherfucker call in yet. Shit. The fuck is up with that? Yeah. You hear it, it's on. Come on. Somebody call in and talk about whatever that fool was talking about. Now what I was finna say. Hey, you know what? You shouldn't be mad at me because I use my head. You shouldn't be mad at me because I think shit through. I mean, these are some traits that you should want to pick up. I ain't getting to fuck with somebody really fucking think about me or what I'm doing. I am a fully self-sufficient motherfucker and don't kiss nobody's ass to do it. I ain't agreeing unless I really do agree. Shit. Those of you who, been on here and dealt with me, you know how I roll. Shit. Those of you who love to hate on my old ass, I'm gonna really give you something to hate on me for. I'm a real motherfucking nigga. A real big nigga. Because I talk hella shit. And I make big moves while I talk shit. in each year. Where the fuck are you? No, I'm serious. I ain't comparing me with you. I'm just saying, where the fuck are you each year? I told you some of the shit I did this year. Where are you? Same place you were last year at this time. See, you should try to adopt more, like the way I roll, because that's why I do shit. Because I'm not a procrastinator. I'm not finna sit up and think of something to do and just have it on the shelf. You'd have far more less problems, far less worries, but you welcome to continue down the path you traveling. Stay mad at me for cracking on you, or you can wake your silly ass up and come to the motherfucking Sidewalk University and get some of this dabble that I be spitting on life. Motherfucker, I have so much more to offer my alumni. It's just pitiful. They're going to get exactly what they bargained for. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't doing it for them. But these motherfuckers will be transformed into the alpha prodigies they always was capable of being. Shit. You can't really overcome your obstacles unless you truthfully identify them, then eliminate them. So you ask yourself, how many truths are there? A lot of people think there's one truth. There's as many truths as there are questions. But here's the key. Only one of them is for you. So you don't have to go downtown. You don't have to take Main Street and turn right on 4th. You can take Broadway and go left on 25th Street and get there that way. Which one is right? Well, depending on where you at. But that's a simple way, a version of what I'm saying, but that's how it works. You got to think like that. There is no one thing, one answer. Now, your job in life is to find out which one is true for you for every situation you run into. You're going to run into many situations, but for every single one of them, there's 1,000 ways to deal with it. But only one of them's for you. See, and if you don't know yourself, you're going to have to figure out this. See, I know my goddamn self. So I already know which one's for me. In any situation I do, the first thing I fucking think is for me. Yeah, and I ain't finna kill you. I ain't finna get killed. I ain't finna get sick. I ain't finna get hurt. I ain't finna kill I ain't finna do nothing crazy. That's why I'm very much like a computer. I ain't thinking about none of the bullshit in between. I'm going from point A to B. That's why the computers do them ones and zeros, because they don't need to be thinking about all the 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, all of those other bullshit. You don't either. But if you want to, you can, continue doing that. Because I told you, in life, you got to find out what's for you. And you do that by not being a sheep or a goddamn cow. Sheeps and cows will follow anything that leads them, because they are of the herd mentality. Are you? Are you of the herd mentality? Go for what you know, and if you don't know shit, go for what you don't know and learn what to go for while you're doing it. You ain't got to know in order to get out there and learn. No. You're going to learn something on the first day and you use that the second day, and you're going to learn something on the second day. You use what you learned on the first and the second day on the third day, and so on and so forth. Before you know it, you done got some game. But if you don't get out there and get it, you ain't going to get it. Period. You just going to want it. Shit. There's no losers in life unless you quit. That's the only way you're going to lose. You know something else funny? I don't really look at what's said about me, but I am quite happy to know out of all the there we go. Somebody calling up. What's up?
Bud, it's Ryan, man, calling to kick it with you. I got a couple questions for you.
Come on.
I was calling to see if you agree with the statement, once you find a job that you love, you never work another day in your life. And in addition to that, I wanted to see, how did you balance doing what you love that you know, like you were born to do, versus not being monetarily compensated for it in the beginning? And then also I wanted to see, outside of SWU, what is one of the greater epiphanies that you've had in life that you've been able to apply right away?
That last question, that I ain't as scary as I used to think I was scary, because not that I didn't want to get in no fight or nothing, but I'm saying, I ain't going over here unless it's cool. Now, nigga ain't getting in my face. I ain't running from nothing, but I'm just not volunteering myself for some shit. Now, some niggas could say that that's scary. No, I'm 70. How many motherfuckers didn't get to get 70? And it's because they don't think for themselves. They let everybody think for them. I think for myself, if I ain't going, I ain't going. Fuck you and fuck what you think about it. Period. That helped me live. Now, my epiphanies. Epiphanies for me, I didn't have many. But learning how to write, learning how to actually construct a story that actually is telling what I want in an interesting way. The epiphany came when I had to I write like I talk. I write like I think. Instead of me trying to become this writer, I just started writing. And I wrote 21 books because I got a lot to say about a lot of shit. None of them the same. The only book about the game is my Rosebud book. I got a book about religion. I got all kind of books. Vampires. I got all kind of goddamn books. Love, relationship, women. Women winning in a man's world. Races. I got all kinds of fucking books. Why? Because I realized, first of all, you got to know what the epiphany is. An epiphany is something you realize.
Clarity of thought, right?
Do what?
It's like clarity of thought, like a light bulb moment.
The light bulb moment I can go for, but clearing your thoughts. No, epiphany is a new thought that you never had. And you realize that this is what you've been trying to find. Not find. This is what you need. This is what you was looking for. This is what's going to make you whatever. What I'm saying is that's what the epiphany is. You realize something. So I realized quite a few things in my life, man. And what makes me so go gung-ho for it is that I'll be wanting to do it because I thought of it. And anything I think of, I want to do it. I don't know, I got that from my daddy. He said, boy, God ain't going to let you think of something you can't do. He used to say that all the time. And he used to say that because we would say, I don't know. He'd ask you something. We say, I don't know. After he slap you upside your head, you didn't even try to think. You got to try. And I grew up like that, man. I don't think of nothing that I don't try to do. And for me, that brings me joy. So about me doing shit consistently without really getting monetarily compensated, it's just fun to do. See what you want come to life. It just is, man. And then now this Sidewalk University thing, to see this come to life, it's like a double reward, because I always wanted to be a teacher, but I wanted to teach third graders, because at that point I was thinking they right at the corner that they could turn to be a knucklehead, or they can go straight at that point. I wanted to be a teacher, and some bullshit a felony that was 35 years old got in my way. So anyway, I got all that shit expunged. Did all the little legal bullshit. And when I went to get my credential, the lady, she come back and said, well, you have a felony. And I said, well, wait, how you know I have a felony? She said, it's right here on your record. I tell her, I'll go back to Oakland and tell them, well, man, it is expunged legally, but it's not erased off your record. Well, what the fuck? That's fucked up, man. It is legally nothing on you. But if somebody look at your jacket, whatever is supposed to be expunged is right there for them to read it. So, man.
Yeah, I've had a similar experience with expungements too. It's like something pulls up on my insurance. It's not supposed to be there, but they still use it to give you a rate. So it's like, what the hell is the point?
That's what I'm saying, man. So, but the reason your question got my attention so much is because people don't understand what words mean. They think they know what they mean. And if you got a variation of what the word means, and that's what you're going with, fine, okay. But what if your variation is so far off, you don't really get the message or the meaning of what the word is for? See, like I'm saying, I know there's a lot of people who be listening to shit I be saying, and it don't necessarily track the way I'm saying it, but it tracks for them to make them think in another way about a situation, and they have an epiphany because they never thought of it this way. We all can have them if we tried to think more. We don't think enough, bro. You got to realize that we don't think enough. I remember it when I was in the streets. I don't care how many goddamn partners I had. And then, what field that? The field is so-and-so. Man, I know his number right off the top of my head. I have it written in my book, but I never really went to my book. What I'm saying is right now, I don't even know my daughter's number.
Hey, but to your point, man, you talk about it all the time. Technology fucks us up like that, because I'm the same way. I used to remember numbers. It was like people were very impressed with that. Matter of fact, when I get a girl's number today, I don't write it down, and they think it's impressive later. But now technology, you just go to the thing in your phone, just type it up, and then when your phone dies, like you said, you want to call your daughter or your mom or whoever the fuck, and you can't remember the number, and it's a number you should have embedded.
Man, come on. That's hella right, man, and people don't realize that. I'm telling you, man, my phone number from when I was a kid was 707-642-2774. That was the number I grew up with, but I have not used that number in 40 years. Why I remember it? Because it was embedded in me. Shit today is not embedded in you because you just press it, you designate it to one. Well, if I want Ryan's number, he's number one. Oh shit. Well, what is Ryan's number? 1. No, that ain't his number. Hey man, you got this Ryan the interviewer, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
My name is Ryan, man. I remember I asked you to. It's funny you say interviewer because I would like to do that in the future, but I try to get you to ask me a question as if I was the host and you were the caller, and once in a while see how sharp I am. But also, Bud, I want to say too, I watched all your videos in the past. I watch them all the time, and when I first started listening to them, you talk about critical thinking. I know I'm a smart guy.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to grasp. I didn't know what your angle was or what you were trying to communicate. And then you could come off a little abrasive at times.
Yeah, I do. I know.
So it took me a minute to really start vibing with it. At first, like I said, it was entertaining. But then I started seeing the message and shit. And it wasn't really about pimping. Those stories are a lot of times real cool to listen to. But even in the pimp stories, you could hear the human interaction, the sociology. How to deal with women, how to deal with situations, how to think on your feet, how to be confident, fuck what somebody else feels. How do you feel? Because that's what's going to permeate through your actions, right?
Exactly, man. Hey, see, you say I should ask you a question. No, bro, we kicking it now. I'm saying I'll sharp you out by what you saying right now. And if you know me at all, you know I ain't listening to the bullshit. I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, you're gonna make it down quick.
I'm cutting you off, man. Period. I ain't listening to no bullshit. You saying some real shit, you know, because my shit ain't about pimping. Them pimp stories do have a real message, a social and a psychological message. And if you getting it, and if you see that, it's no longer entertainment. You know, it's not educational either, but it is education because it's information you can use to make your life easier.
I just had an epiphany thought right now. So, like, you know, telepathic communication, right? Like,
yeah.
You read people's minds. Right? But that's bullshit, really, because you don't have to read their mind if you're reading their body language and you're keeping in check, like, the context of how everything is happening. You see, like, their eyes are dilated and they're behaving a certain way. I don't have to read your mind. You're telling me everything I need to know.
Hey.
When we make eye contact and you ask me what you're thinking, I can tell you what the fuck you're thinking.
See, this is dope, man, because I teach motherfuckers that, man. It's not the words. You know, it's not the words. It's how you deliver them. You know, you could talk about Disneyland, goddammit, or Donald Duck or something. And if you're saying it right, baby gonna cream. Period. It's all about you seeing what you was talking about, the nostrils flaring, you know, the eyes down, all this stuff. You noticing that as you talking to her, and she's telling you what to tell her. At least that's how I see it. Shit. Oh. Hey, it's dope, man. Hey, Ryan, I love talking to you, man. Holler at me again.
Hey, one last question, bud.
What's that?
Like I said, I watch all your videos, and I know that you kind of, the 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? And
all
I
right.
can see how you write and you read on script, and then if you want to add a lyric off what you wrote, that's whatever. And you write those books, and I know I can write well, so I just wanted to see how you like started to formulate or how you developed your writing style to where, because whether I end up doing motivational speaking, interviews, or whatever the fuck I do, I know I'm gonna be able to utilize being able to write well and speak well. So I just wanted to get it from somebody that came from the turf like you, that's experienced everything on the square side and on the down and dirty side, like how you help to create your writing style.
You wanted the truth, man. I'm telling you, I started out, I don't know who I was trying to write like, but I was trying to write like somebody other than me. I wasn't using my language. I wasn't using my thoughts. I would have an idea, but I would think somebody else's thought. You know, I don't know if you understand it, but what I'm saying is, once I decided to write what I was thinking, and write it the way I was thinking it, I realized I just wanted to write like a nigga. You know, I'm smart as fuck. So, you know, I don't say dumb shit, but I say it like niggas. You know, I say it to where you could really understand it. I ain't trying to use no big words. You know, epiphany is a big word for me, if that's the case. And my point, come see the cat. You know, that's kind of how I write. You know, but I put that blackness in it, and I put that street shit in it. But I'm writing in very plain English.
Well, bud, you're an icon to the culture, man. I really appreciate you. I know everybody else does, and you're a tremendous safety net for the culture, man.
All right, man. Thank you. Be cool.
All right, brother.
Holler at a brother. Hey, you guys, I love this kind of shit. Now, my thing is this. I'm quite happy, you know, to know and to not be bullshitting. Out of 1,000 comments that I get, plus comments are like 10 to 1. So what I'm saying is, I know there's many thousands of men I directly helped see their full potential. And not one of them did I tell what their potential was. That's the beauty of the school. I ain't trying to turn you into no motherfucking clone of me. I'm trying to show you how to be you. because you motherfuckers have lost that ability. You don't have nothing to do with yourself anymore. You have everything to do with everybody else. Fuck everybody else. That's me. Fuck everybody else. Now, the most important fact about my work, and none of the haters ever mention it, is that I have helped hella brothers. And you hear them calling in to say, but do you hear motherfuckers, goddamn fucking Rosebud, he sure be helping brothers. Nah. So my thing is this. I know where I'm coming from, and that's all that matters to me. And like bruh say, when you like what you doing, you ain't at work. That's why I do the shit like it's work. Cause hell, well, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, see, you motherfuckers go for that word epiphany, and the brother come on and we was just talking about the word. But how many of you looked it up? How many of you cared enough to show yourself that you're not the guy I'm talking about? I'm saying nobody give a fuck. Because my point, when he brought it up, I had to kind of use something as part of because I looked it up. I look up everything. And what I'm saying, and Epiphany has several meanings. But the one important to me is one of the original meanings. But what I'm saying is, because it has to do with me and you. Epiphany is any moment of great or sudden revelation. Something you didn't even know was going to strike you because you haven't been thinking about it, but something made you think about it, and as you thought about it, like he said, the light went off. But the light going off is not the epiphany. The epiphany is the thought. That's the epiphany, but that's what happens when you have an epiphany. The fucking light goes off, and you thinking different. And at that point, I didn't even use this epiphany. You remember, bro asked me what was some of my epiphanies. When I realized I could really be a pimp, man, I was faking like a motherfucker at first. Just doing like everybody else. Until I ran into these real niggas. And these niggas run into these niggas too, but these niggas is fake. And these niggas scare them. So they don't want to be around these niggas. Man, scared or not, I'm being around them niggas. And if somebody gonna get my bitch, I'd rather one of them niggas get her. Because what I'm gonna feel like when nothing nigga get my bitch. Shit. No, I wanted to be a big nigga. So I rolled with the big dogs, even though I was a puppy. Shit. What I'm saying is this. When I really realized it, because when I came to Hollywood, I had a 72 Fleetwood. It was like 4 or 5 years old. But in Vallejo, I was the shit. I came to Hollywood and I didn't know this, but that's how them motherfuckers knew me. Rose, you know Rosebud, that nigga with that legend talking about my car. So then one time Tay told me, he said, nigga, what you doing with them fine ass bitches driving that legend? I said, nigga, the fuck you talking about? My car was fly to me. When the nigga got to telling me, he said, man, the nigga would rather walk than to drive a car that's more than 2 years old. I said to myself, nigga, where you bought your car at? And he told me. And the next time I seen that nigga, I was rolling in the set. This was 78, yeah, because I was rolling in the 78 Fleetwood. And that was when I pulled up on that nigga. And the nigga said, now you looking like you should look. That's when the lights went off for me. I really realized, man, I really can do this shit. I didn't know I could really do this shit. And once I really knew it, I became a monster, period. But let me get back to this shit, because what I'm saying, god damn it. I'm not going to do the shit for these dudes. But I make them identify their obstacles. I make them tell the truth about their obstacles. And then I show them not how to eliminate it, but how, if that's the case, I deal with it. And from what I say, if you're listening, you're going to think of how you live and act and use this method. Not what I said, but you're going to use this method. Man, and let me tell you something. They identify them obstacles and they really feel good about themselves. So I asked them, how many truths are there? I'm asking you. Somebody call in and tell me while I'm talking. How many truths are there? See, that's not a hard question. That's a deep question. And, well, I'm not going to wait, because I know some motherfuckers liable not to call in forever. But anyway, there's as many goddamn truths as there are questions. Period. What's up?
Rosebud with a double dose.
What's happening?
There are many lies, but there is only one truth.
Well, you stay on the phone while I tell you this shit, and then tell me what you think about it. Because there are as many truths as there are questions. And here's the key. Only one of them is for you in every situation. Otherwise, there's 1,000 different situations that can happen to any person in any given week. And that person can deal with all 1,000 of them the way he thinks to deal with them and get it done. Whereas I could have the same 1,000 things to do and do all 1,000 of them totally different than the dude that did his 1,000. But I got them done too. So which one of us is right?
Many ways to skin a cat, right?
Well, there you go. But you said there's only one truth. So that would mean it's only one way to skin a cat. But bro, before you say something, all you guys, do you see what I'm saying? This is the truth. He ain't wrong, but neither am I. The only thing matter is where he coming from for him and where I'm coming from for me. This is how you get...
Brett.
Huh?
Perspective is the word.
Perspective, whatever, man. Perspective is your position. What gives you your position, your perspective. So otherwise, well, anyway, fuck that. I'm just saying, knowing yourself, learning you is going to allow you to get much sharper about life. And if you just go for what you think instead of think about what you think, your motherfucking ass will be much speedier doing shit in life. You just will. A lot of people don't realize it. They think about something, and then they kind of make a decision on it. Then they think about it some more. They think about what they thought about, and then they think about that some more. What good is all that thinking? Man, I'm telling you.
Can I give you an example?
Yeah.
This is the example that comes to mind, and you have a saying.
Can you stop explaining shit and give me the example?
Yeah. The example is, I used to wonder, like, when I'm fucking with a girl, and we fucking around, how is everyone else going to perceive this bitch that I'm fucking with? And then the expression that you use, that I now use, that bitch is gonna be bomb by the time I'm done fucking with her. I don't care what she look like right now. Once she starts fucking with me, it's gonna be a whole different bitch. And I got that from you. I used to really wonder, like, oh, they're gonna think I could do better or this or that. But now I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, but stop. You don't even know what happened in that instance you're using. See, this is my point, you guys. Let me tell you what happened, bro. The moment you said, fuck everybody, fuck what they think, is what you think, then none of it mattered. Right or wrong?
Facts, bro.
I'm saying, man, I'm telling all you motherfuckers, man, you know, fuck what somebody think. Because you know, if you know yourself, you know ain't nobody, even a dude ain't gonna be around you and don't get sharper. You know that. So it ain't hard for you to know she gonna get finer. Because you gonna be encouraging her, not, oh baby, you can get finer, not that kind of encourager. I'm talking about you doing what you do the way you do it. She gonna want to be looking and doing and being that way too. And the way you dress her, if that's the case, she might be used to going to Kmart or something. You ain't taking her to no motherfucking shit like that. All of that is gonna change her because her mentality is gonna change. She never thought she could do that shit. She always thought she would be a Kmart bitch, a Payless bitch. No. You finna be one of them bitches you see on TV. That changed their whole attitude. Sure changed mine. Shit. All right,
Real fun, man. Real fun.
All right, brother, be cool.
Yeah.
See, the thing about being able to be real is that I fucking know me. I really do. See, and I've always had some sort of direction to be a leader. And I don't have nothing to be ashamed about. And I have everything to be fucking proud of. I succeeded in being a motherfucker in the streets. And now I'm succeeding in being a motherfucker as a big old square. Hey, I ain't did shit illegal and I don't know when. I am truly a motherfucker in the rawest form. And I've been called many different names other than old man. But that's a pleasure for me to see that at least there's some progression in the way you hate on me. What's cool to me is none of you are saying anything true. The haters, I mean. You're all being ruled by your emotions. That's why you're a hater. You got to really be emotionally involved with somebody to hate them. hey, and most of these motherfuckers hate me because one of their gurus I talked about. Whichever one, I don't know which one it is. But I did, and I will attack any motherfucker who say they can roll with me and don't do it. Period. You know, I've been called a traitor to the game because I married a square bitch. Matter of fact, let's talk about that for a minute. When I left the game over 20 years ago, I wasn't married. Well, I was married. I married this Abadabba in 76. But I didn't have a wife when I stopped pimping. Now, you know, suckers that want to have some negative words about me should at least think about what you say. Because when I did marry, I had been out of the game for a few years, a bunch of years. And I definitely wasn't going to go search out a hoe qualified to be with me who hadn't paid me so I could marry that bitch. Shit. So thinking with this Abadabba I still had, it was going to do one thing. It was going to make me beat my ass for faking, or it was going to push me to do something even greater. See, when you young fools grow up and get a little wisdom, you'll realize how stupid your remarks are. Like me or hate me, that's your call. If you decide to hate me. Don't hate me. Hate the fear you got of me. That's going to keep you faking. Because you're just scared and you're trying to act like you're not. If you accept that you hate me and you hate on me, you'll be able to go on about your business. But if you don't accept it, I ain't hating on that nigga. You'd be like most of the bitches I had and left. They couldn't stop hating me because they couldn't stop thinking about me. Do your motherfucking self a favor, man. Accept that you will never be like me unless you do what the fuck I did. That's get out and take the chance to become you. Because that's what I did. I went out there and I became Rosebud. I fucking went out there soul man. And I became Rosebud. Shit. What's important about that is I know who the fuck I am, and the wisecracks, the recognition that I'm still relevant today, 20, 30 years after rolling like a gangbuster, just confirms that I was and still am the shit. Every craftsman have their tools for their trade. My tools talking shit. Period. Now don't forget your tools, because I got them for you. I got tools. You can buy them one or two at a time, or you can buy them all. I got all kind of packs, 4 packs, 5 packs, 6 packs, 10 packs. Because I got 77 tools. And motherfucker ain't gonna buy all them goddamn tools at once. I mean, I have sold them all at once. But, I know that's like $7,000. So it's gonna be hard to do that. I'm not looking for you to do that. Just don't sleep on getting your best prep for this life you're gonna try to live. Now, I'm an educator, and I want people who deal with me to learn something. That's why this shit is entitled, this little shit I'm talking is entitled Epiphanies. Now, I had an alumni tell me in a coaching session that understanding the word contemplation saved his life. And he thanked me. Alright, I bid on it. And I asked him, how did it save you? Hey, what's up?
Hey, that's Devin.
Devin, what's happening? Oh, Devin, hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, man. So, I was listening to one of your old shows from 4 years ago the other night about technology, and you were talking about how the use of certain words have been keeping people weak, and how technology can apply towards keeping people weak, and we have to be careful about how we use technology.
Yeah, what about it?
So mind-blowing to me. Well, I had an epiphany on it, and it really has changed the way that I've been thinking lately.
Well, man, you in class, so you're gonna realize that stuff I said 4 years ago is really 400 years old. Shit. So it's not old is what I'm saying. It's real information. So otherwise it could be there for the next 10 years, and unless some motherfucker been exposed to it, once they may have an epiphany too, because it's just the truth. It ain't changing. The truth don't change.
That makes so much sense, and either you change with the technology and it changes you, or you understand the truth of it, and then you can keep yourself from being affected negatively by it.
Man,
by staying real.
Hey man, you really starting to. I could hear and I could actually hear in your recordings plus the writings that you changing already, man.
Man, it's affected me so much, man. I'm so excited to learn more, man. I really am getting that.
Hey, and how long you been in SWU?
This will be the third week now.
Third week. Yeah, we got a call tonight, man. I got bombed for you too.
Yep.
Hey, man, stay down, man, and remember, everything I comment on is to be looked at and thought of way more than those words.
Absolutely.
All right, man, be cool.
You too. Bye.
See, this is so dope to me. This is just fucking dope. You get dudes. I don't really know where he's from, but he ain't from my block. Totally different. You know, and you shit, man, and he getting it. I could hear it. I could hear it in what he's recognizing. See, when you get information, and this information is pertinent and true, that shit makes you start, and you accept it. It makes you start thinking different. I mean, you got this in this concoction, and it makes this kind of liquor. As long as you use this concoction, this kind of liquor is coming out. But the moment you add something else to it, it may get better, it may not, but it surely don't change. What's up, caller?
What's up, Bob? Can you answer me this?
Yeah, I can answer you anything you ask for, Paul.
Why is it that I be speaking to girls about, like, confidence and just some shit like that, right? And it gets them more turned on than when I speak to them sexually.
What are you asking?
Why is that?
Bro, don't you remember anything from class? I told you confidence itself is an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
And if you displaying it right, your job damn near done.
That's the whole thing. I'll be showing them, and then I'll start talking about what they recognize.
Yeah, so I'm saying that be a turn on for them, man. Do you know how many fake motherfuckers it is? Shit.
So check this out, though, because I've been thinking about coming back to school, man.
Bring your ass back, man. Ain't nothing really changed, but you're gonna see it totally different.
Alright, say less.
I'm just real. I'm being real, man. 5 years in, you're gonna be seeing that shit totally fucking different.
Do you have people that graduated and came back to school?
Well, I had one dude that graduated and came back. He's still there. He actually, rolled with me as far as doing the work and shit with the students.
Oh, okay, I see.
All right, man. So, the thing is, contemplation, the word. I had told in my course, you have to contemplate things. And he never, evidently didn't know what the word meant. But talking to me, he said he did. But he's saying that the word contemplation saved his life. When I asked him how, he told me he looked up the word and realized he never actually contemplated anything past his initial thought. And after looking the word up, he understood its importance. Now, I instructed in my course to learn the definitions of words, especially when you use it and you don't know what it means. Instead of thinking you know what it means, you need to know what it means. It's very important that we all take heed of that, because you gotta understand. The more you know, not information about different words and that bullshit, but the more you know about you, the more you know that you know, the easier it is to be confident. It's very important to just use the correct words. Now, how many of you know what the word the what does the word "the" means? Something we use all the time. Did you know that word has no meaning? It's one of the few words we use in the English language that has no meaning. Only a description. I looked it up and this is what I found. The is an adjective used before a noun denoting somebody or something that has already been mentioned or identified, or something that is understood by both the speaker and the hearer as distinct from a or an. Now, we use the word "the" every day. And just because we know what that word means or its description is not going to stop us from using it. But periodically when you use it, you're going to think of what you just heard. And after the 10th or 12th time you do that, you're going to know what the word "the" is. Because you're just going to make yourself do it. So listen. Think of how many words we use each day that we take for granted, that we understand the meaning and the usage. And we don't. See, that shit can be scary if you really look at it truthfully. What the fuck is education? Is it the shit you taught, or is it the reality of maneuvering correctly in your life? I think it's the latter. Because learning, book shit may help you in a book environment as far as if it's about engines or the dynamics of this or that. It might help you, but most people's lives are only about living it. So, I'm saying education is not an across-the-board tool for everyone. Everyone should be educated. But what degree do you or I feel we are educated? Now, can you answer that? I know what degree I think I'm educated. And it's not necessarily a degree. But I think I'm well educated. And if it had to be a degree, it's the nth degree. But if education that you be taught going to elementary school and shit, if that education taught you to learn who you are before you start to try to be something you heard of, most of you or us would be fucking brilliant. There's always going to be those of us who got to take the short bus to get educated. But even for them, if they realized who they were, they would go higher than they do go. I'm brilliant, and so are you. God allowed me to be fortunate enough to explore and find out who I really am. And I'm hoping I'm sharing with you the tools and system to do the same. Damn, I just might be a saint. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. So those of you who buy my tools for entertainment, I couldn't make it without you. Well, that's what entertainers say when they make comments to their supporters. But on the real, those of you who buy my course because you genuinely wanted to make progress and didn't see any entertainment value in the course except to entertain your mind to grow, I really appreciate you. You have shown me that if I extend the helping hand, you'll reach out and grab it and start rolling on your own. like they do. That gives me a serious ego boost. Because it shows me I wasn't no lucky man in life. All of this reinforces the way I saw the light is the way to see it for all men. You can't be mad at me because I saw it correctly. Believe me, I'm not the only one who saw the light and paid attention to what's going on, what that motherfucker was showing me. I got partners who's just as sharp as me, and not one of us didn't have an epiphany at one point in our lives that we jumped on. We all saw what we needed to ultimately become who we were trying to be. Mine was this confidence building information I got. Theirs was whatever it was. What's yours gonna be? What's gonna bring that epiphany to you? Epiphanies do not wait on you to see them. They come, and if you miss it, you gotta wait for the next one. Do you really think you have all that time to make decisions? Come on, man. Life ain't waiting for you. It ain't slowing down for you. The only thing it's gonna do is charge your ass if you ain't straight. Life will charge you. Period. Alright. I'm gone. We have a lot to do tonight in my class. And I guess I'm just gonna do whatever I do with them. Wait, let me see what y'all talking about, pimps. Whatever. I like the real gems you always dropping. That's why I mentioned it. Tony Allo, whatever that is. I know I said that wrong. You better get at me, man. Mohammed Usman. Oh, nigga at it again. Hey, Mohammed, I'm gonna be at it. You ain't getting away from it. I'm starting to get sick of you Rosebud. Enough of this, and I'ma just join Saturday. Man, I thought you was finna talk some shit, man, but you finna fucking join Sidewalk University. I ain't mad at that. You more like Morpheus from the Matrix, on the real note. Oh, that's Devin. All right, Devin. Boy, you cats kill me. Hey, I'll holler at y'all.